What is going on, guys? Sacoz back at it with another video, and in today's video I'm gonna be showing you a kind of a run through on a tutorial on how I made this header for Tfue. And I'm doing this because one guy on Twitter said, "Oh, how do you do this?" And I was like, "Hey, I'll make a YouTube tutorial about it." And he'd be like, "Okay," so now I'm doing it. I kind of have to, but I really want to show how I did this because it was the first time I did something like this with replay mode and everything. So, I mean, it's not that good, but I can see what people want to learn about this. So, yeah, I just decided to do a tutorial on it. So, first of all, I would like to discuss a little bit of something, and that is Fortnite replay mode, right? I use Fortnite replay mode for a lot of things. I started getting into, like, montage editing and VFX, and I just started doing some cinematics in Fortnite replay mode, and I started getting screenshots like this from replay mode. I also get some characters, some thumbnails, some everything from replay mode, as I really don't want to use Blender for this, so I just used this and see what's up, and it kind of worked, so that was very nice. So I'm gonna run through how I did this. I went to a a Playgrounds game, and I took a screenshot kind of like where I wanted to be, and then for the character I took a chug jug, so like it doesn't show anything on his hands, because I tried with a medkit, but it's just like a thing in his hands. But with a chug jug it doesn't, so I put that, and now there's nothing in his hands, and he's just standing in a normal pose, right? So let's just get right into it. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at SacozYT. You can look at my work at bigguns.net/Sacoz, and you can join my Discord server at bit.ly/SacozPollers. Hope you have a great day, and let's just get straight into the tutorial. Alright, so first things I did was import from my PS4 to a USB, and then put it here. If you guys don't know how to do that, and if you want me to do a tutorial on that as well, then make sure to drop it down below. But these screenshots are only 720p, right? So you can do, like, you can't resize them massively, but you can, like, resize them even a little bit. So I decided to put it right over there or something, and I think it just looks cool with the screenshot and everything. So yeah, and then when you're doing this, you'd really have to think about what you want to do exactly. So like I wanted to do a little Lost in the Jungle kind of thing, so that's why I put Bunker Jonesy and everything, and this screenshot. So now we gotta spend a time cutting this out. I actually went to Mega Mall, and I think in the first floor there's kind of like this green thing, so I just stood over there so I can get this shot of Bunker Jonesy. So now with the pencil, in case you guys don't know how to use the pencil, which I highly doubt, I did a tutorial on it. Well, not a tutorial on it exactly, but I did part of the tutorial of my season 9 header was on the pencil. So if you guys would like to check that out, make sure you do. But basically, if you click somewhere, that will be the starting point, and then you can just continue, and then if you hold and drag, then you can kind of like get like a curve thing. So here's the thing, spend as much time as you need in this, okay? And if you curve it, then it automatically makes another curve. If you don't want that, just click Alt and it will take that off. So now we just cut around, spend your time. In this case, it doesn't have to be perfect because it's gonna be kind of small, and as you can see over here, it doesn't really show. But yeah, you wanna take your time on it. Let me just do something real quick. Okay, back on this. As I said, if you guys want me to do a tutorial on replay mode, it will be kind of hard for me to know put together and everything, but I could. So if you guys want me to do that, then just drop it down below. Sorry guys, I just like to have some fun. Hey, so the little things like this you want to get, but like the hair, I didn't like to get the hair though. But like these details you clearly want to get. You don't just want to generalize like this and then done. You want to like keep it like precise and everything. Alright, now that we have it selected, all you need to do is left click with the pen tool and then put make selection, and then in the picture of Bunker Jonesy, just hit here and done. Now we have a Bunker Jonesy PNG. Now I'm gonna place it right at the end, right over here. I think that's a good spot. I think he's kind of smaller. Like put him in the edge like that. So like it looks natural. It looks pretty much natural, right? So I put him in the shadow because in Mega Mode there's no light, so that's just the shadow. Alright, once I was done with that, then I did a little wood sign. So I'm just gonna bring this over here for a second. We're gonna put wood sign PNG. Alright, wood sign PNG. And then just find one. I think this is the one I used, if I'm not wrong. Now let me just download this from the website. So find a wood sign that looks pretty good to you. And then doesn't matter the color, we can match the color to the tree here if you want. But yeah, the important thing is just to have a blank wood sign. So just copy the image and paste it here. Yeah, this is not the one I used. Yeah, that's not the one I used. Let me try to find the one I used. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it because I took a while finding it. Yeah, we can just use that. Yeah, let's just use that. Alright. So now that we have this, I rotated it a little bit so like it looks kind of like it's tilted. And then I put a hue saturation one. So like, and clip it here so like it's less saturated. Like that. That matches the color a lot better than what it did without it. So now that we have that, we have to do this text right over here. So basically how I did that is that I wrote Tfue, or whatever name you want. I just wrote Tfue because like I like him. So like put Tfue, try to get him in the same angle that you did with the wood sign, put it kind of in the middle, and then what you want to do is you want to put the fill to 0% and then double click here in the layer styles and add a drop shadow. Make sure it's kind of dark and then pull it like spread on like that right over there. So that's how you like engrave it, kind of thing. So like maybe you could do this in metal or in the same tree. If you want, you could put it in a tree. That's something I would do. But yeah. You guys could put it in a tree. You could do literally whatever you want. That's the fun in GFX overall. You can do whatever you want. And now just clip this to the thing too. So maybe if you want to add more drop shadow, it doesn't get out of the thing. So yeah, that will be pretty interesting as well. So yeah, after that, you want to add lighting. So what I did for this lighting is that I created a new layer behind my Bunker Jonesy, and then created a brush that's kind of a decent size, and then put this one that's BFA 438, and just added a light behind him. Not that color, I'm very sorry. Like a goldish kind of color. Like that. Right over there. Added this light. Wait, dude, I can't find the color. Hold on a second. Give me 1 second. Right over here. Okay, so there's nothing in this layer. Alright, that's neat. Just add a white light at the moment. Oh, it's behind. Oh, okay, I'm very sorry. I found a mistake. Okay. So just made a white light. And just keep it there for a bit. Make a white light. It's kind of like a brush. So you just put a brush and make a white light, and then make sure it kind of goes over it, but not over Bunker Jonesy. So it's just like one hit. Let me show you. So like right over here, hide this. It's a white brush. You just put it over here. Drag it like this, and then put the opacity up to 54%, like this. So you have a white light coming from behind. And then what you want to do is you want to add another light, a really small light with like a orangish color like this, because it's like kind of like this tropical thing. So like right over there, put the opacity down as well, and then make it bigger. And then add another layer on top of this, clip it, and then with the same color, just like go over it a little bit, so like it like goes over like that, like this, and then put the opacity down, of course, so that we have like a kind of hue in Bunker Jonesy. So that will be it for the lighting. That's what I did for the lighting. Now what we're gonna do next is we're gonna create a brightness and contrast layer, put the brightness down a little bit and the contrast up. And then we're gonna add, hold on, what is this? We are going to make a new color lookup, and it's gonna be edgy amber, this one. And then make the opacity down a bit, like a lot. And then find a color balance that kind of suits you. So like my one is yellow and kind of green, so like I put that. Put yellow and red over here, and that will be done with what we need to do over here. As you can see, it's kind of the same thing. And then the final thing you want to do with the lighting is behind the wood sign, like on top of this, you want to add a little black right over here for like the shadows, the shadow of the wood sign, like right there. Alright, once you are done with this, what you want to do is group this all, Command J, Command E, go over here, select this, Command J, and then the real, like where this magic happened, it's over at camera raw filter. So go here to filter, camera raw filter. And what we're going to do next is we are going to just finish this off. So like it's like this. Hold on, before I start with this, I feel like Bunker Jonesy should be smaller. So let me just make him smaller real quick. Like that. Like that. Make sure everything's neat. And then if it's under grass, then make sure to take this and with the layer mask you just did, put like a small size brush and then just like go over it for the grass right over there. All right, now group it all, Command J, Command E, select it with the rectangular marquee tool, Command J, and then filter, camera raw filter. Alright, once you are done with this, make the temperature, like have in mind what you want to do. What I want to do is kind of this warm theme with like yellow lights and everything. So you want to put the temperature up, the exposure a little bit down, the contrast up, the highlights up, and the shadows down, and then the whites up and the blacks down. Now you want to add a little bit of clarity and vibrance, not saturation because that makes the whole thing look bad. So just keep it there and then put the vibrance a little bit up. Now the curves, put this down, make a point like right over there and a point right over here, and then go over here, right? So we want the yellows to be kind of like a more yellowish kind of thing, so make it like that. And the yellow is kind of the only thing, so we can make the greens greener like this or like that. So I'm gonna do it like that because that kind of looks more yellow. And then after that, in the saturation part, you want to add saturation in the yellows and a desaturation in the greens. And then for the luminance, you want to make the yellows kind of lighter, and then the greens kind of darker. And then over here in split toning, I really like this. So make the hue kind of white, kind of yellow, sorry, and then put the saturation up. So I got 50-50. And then for the shadows, you can make the shadows kind of a greenish thing, but I made it yellow as well, so it'll matches together like that. And then once you are done with this, you could add a little bit of green, not that much though, but I don't think that would look good in this one. So after that, just check if there's everything else you want to do. So like maybe add like a orange and teal kind of vibe to it, like that, and you will be done. So once you're done, just press OK, and you can see how much of a difference that makes. Just a little changes and it already makes a difference. Now what I want to do now is, as you can see, the wood sign is way too, like, it's way too saturated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pen tool, and this should be kind of easy like this, and then you select this and then press left click, make selection, and then push Shift Command I to invert it, and then put the layer mask. So as you can tell, it's kind of different now. So what you want to do is select this again, Shift Command I, and then Command J, and then Command D to deselect. And then in this one, you want to make it bigger. Make it smaller, sorry. And then you just gotta fix some mistakes here. They're not really that big. Well, we have an issue here, man. Just delete this. Just Command C all. Just Command Alt C. That's the farthest we can go. Okay. And then just put it all white again in the layer mask. Just put it all white. No, put it all black. All white, yeah, like that. There we go, like that. That's in case you want to make any changes, you can do that. But here it is. So yeah, it's been a kind of long tutorial, but here's the final result. This is kind of saturated. You can do something about it. You can do what I tried to do, but I failed. So yeah, if you guys would like to do that, then make sure to do it properly. And yeah, that has been all for this tutorial. If you like this tutorial and you like the little mistake I did, make sure to like the video and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. If you want a specific video, then make sure to comment it down below. And follow me on Twitter and Instagram at SaCozYT. Join my Discord server at bit.ly/SaCozPollers, and check behance.net/Sacoz for some of my work in case you want to hire me. Without anything else to say, it's been Sacoz here, and I am out. Peace.